Welcome back to Madrid Pulse, your #1 destination for all the latest Real Madrid updates, behind-the-scenes insights, and exclusive transfer developments. If you're a fan of Los Blancos, make sure to stay tuned for everything you need to know about the club's plans this summer. Real Madrid are preparing for a crucial few weeks ahead of the transfer window closing, and there's growing belief that at least one first-team player will be sold before the deadline. Due to La Liga squad registration limits and financial planning, the club cannot make any more signings unless there's a departure. As things stand, one name has clearly emerged as the top candidate to leave: Rodrygo goes. The Brazilian forward's status in the squad has shifted noticeably. After being one of the key figures under Carlo Ancelotti, Rodrygo now seems to be on the periphery under new manager Xabi Alonso. During Real Madrid's run to the Club World Cup semi-finals earlier this summer, Rodrygo was barely involved. That omission has only intensified speculation that he is no longer central to Alonso's tactical plans. With the arrival of young sensation Franco Mastantuono, who is expected to go straight into the starting lineup later this month, Rodrygo's chances of regular minutes look slimmer than ever. Rodrygo's uncertain future hasn't gone unnoticed. Over the past few weeks, interest from Premier League clubs has continued to rise. Arsenal and Liverpool have both been monitoring his situation closely. But now, the most serious push seems to be coming from Tottenham Hotspur, who are emerging as the leading contenders to secure the Brazilian signature. In a major twist that could shape Rodrygo's next move, Spurs star Son Heung-min has announced his departure from the club. This development opens a vacancy on the left wing and frees up significant funds, making a deal for Rodrygo more financially feasible. According to Spanish outlet Diario AS, the North London club now has the financial room and positional need to get the transfer over the line. However, despite Real Madrid being open to negotiations, there's a critical factor complicating matters. Rodrygo himself isn't entirely sold on the idea of joining Tottenham. While Spurs can offer regular playing time and a Premier League platform, sources close to the player indicate that his preferred move would be to Liverpool. Rodrygo reportedly dreams of wearing the red shirt at Anfield. Unfortunately for the Brazilian, Liverpool's current focus is elsewhere. The Merseyside club are prioritizing a deal for Alexander Isak, the Newcastle United striker who has been on their radar for months. If Liverpool manage to finalize that transfer, their pursuit of Rodrygo will likely be shelved indefinitely. In that case, the Brazilian forward's hopes of joining the club he favors could be dashed, leaving him with limited options. As the summer window ticks down, all eyes are on whether Rodrygo will accept a move to Tottenham, wait for Liverpool, or consider staying at the Bernabeu despite his uncertain role. Madrid Pulse will continue tracking this story closely, so make sure you're subscribed for updates on Rodrygo's future and all Real Madrid transfer developments. Fabrizio Romano, one of football's most trusted transfer experts, has confirmed that Brahim Diaz is set to sign a new contract with Real Madrid. The deal is nearly complete, with all terms agreed upon between the club and the player. The final signing and official announcement are expected to happen in the coming days. This development represents a major statement of confidence in the 26-year-old forward, who has impressed manager Xabi Alonso with his versatility, work ethic, and reliability. Brahim's extension comes despite ongoing speculation about his future during this transfer window. In recent weeks, rumors circulated linking him with a move to Turkish giants Fenerbahce. Much of that speculation stemmed from Brahim's strong relationship with Fenerbahce's young star, Arda Güler, who previously played alongside him at Real Madrid. Their visible bond during last season, often highlighted in training sessions and social media posts, led many fans and media outlets to suggest that a reunion in Turkey might be on the horizon. However, those rumors have now been dismissed. Brahim Diaz has shown no interest in leaving the Spanish capital, and according to Romano, he has been consistent in his desire to remain with Real Madrid. Even while other players explore opportunities elsewhere, Brahim has made it clear during the renewal discussions that his only wish is to continue at the Santiago Bernabeu. As he celebrates his 26th birthday, this new contract acts as both a gift and recognition of his development over the years. His decision to stay is driven not just by loyalty, but also by his growing role in the squad. While he is not always a guaranteed starter, Brahim has become an important figure in the dressing room and on the field. Under Xabi Alonso, his adaptability across the front line, whether playing centrally, out wide, or even in deeper positions, makes him a valuable asset in tactical rotations. He may not receive headlines like some of his more prominent teammates, but within the squad, his contributions are appreciated. He brings energy, consistency, and a selfless attitude that is vital over a long and challenging season. Brahim also stands out for his professionalism. He stays fit, trains diligently, and never complains about his role, even when game time is limited. Players like him are indispensable for elite clubs like Real Madrid, where success is built not just on star power, but also on a cohesive squad. Brahim's willingness to step in and perform when called upon allows Alonso to rotate the squad without fear of a drop in quality. By securing Brahim's future, Real Madrid are ensuring that they retain a player who can provide stability, depth, and continuity. It also sends a message about the kind of professionals the club values. Not just those with talent, but also those with character. With the formalities nearly complete, the official announcement will follow soon, and Brahim will continue to play his part in Madrid's pursuit of more silverware. The Argentine gem landed in the capital to begin his journey as a Real Madrid player. The flight carrying Franco Mastantuono from Buenos Aires touched down in Madrid at 2 p.m. Amid the usual hustle and bustle of Terminal 4 at Barajas Airport, an expectant crowd awaited a moment that had been weeks in the making. The Argentine star set foot for the first time on the capital's soil, which is now his new home. He didn't come alone. He was accompanied by his father and his agent, two figures who have been fundamental pillars in this transition that has catapulted the young player from River Plate's youth system to Real Madrid. The scene at the airport had something of an initiation ritual about it. Dozens of fans were there, some wearing white shirts and others wearing red and white. Mastantuono, with the simplicity that characterizes those who still retain the freshness of adolescence, stopped to sign shirts. There was no rush, nor was there a set protocol. Just a young man who, despite the magnitude of the moment, kept his feet on the ground and a genuine smile on his face. It was his first contact with that boundless passion that moves mountains when it comes to the White Club. He was amazed by the Bernabeu. The journey to the hotel became a sort of emotional pilgrimage. The Argentine passed through the outskirts of Valdebebas, where he saw the Alfredo Di Stefano Stadium for the first time. It was no coincidence. The connection between the two Argentines transcends football. Both came from River Plate, and both had that special spark that fills the stands. Follow the same path as Don Alfredo is a source of pride for someone born at River Plate. The youngster confessed a few days ago in an exclusive interview with Marca. But if there was one moment that captured the magic of those early hours, it was when he walked past the Santiago Bernabeu. Franco took out his phone and began recording, as any young man his age would do when faced with something that deeply impresses him. The dimensions of the White Colosseum loomed before him. "Little one, huh?" he murmured ironically, aware that he was gazing at one of the most sacred temples in world football. A temple where he will be able to unleash his magic for the first time on August 19th. Desire to make history. Fate would have it that those first few hours in Madrid had an added spice. David Trezeguet, a French legend who also wore the River Plate jersey, crossed paths with Franco as he entered the hotel. A chance encounter, without the need for words, between two footballers united by the red stripe. Separated by several generations but connected by that thread that unites those who have felt the magic of the monumental. Back at the hotel, the hours passed with the slowness necessary to process such a wealth of emotions. Franco rested and warmly welcomed the fans who had gathered. He seemed visibly happy, relaxed, and highly motivated about the start of his exciting journey as a Real Madrid player. "I want to start now," he confessed at one point in the afternoon. 4 words that sum up the impatience of someone who has waited as long as necessary to fulfill his dream. On August 14th, when he turns 18, his Real Madrid adventure will officially begin. But his first hours in Madrid have already made one fundamental point clear. Mastantuono has arrived to turn the future into the present.